All right, 20-year marriage question. Hello, I feel silly sending an email into a show. That's the second show we've gotten.
Yep, I'm telling you, we're a show now.
This is the first time I've done something like this. I align with your opinions on marriage and family and I align with your opinions on marriage and family and need an objective opinion. So I thought I would shoot my shot and see if this reaches you for a comment. A closed mouth doesn't get fed, right?
Facts. Big facts.
My husband and I have been together for 20 years, married for 10. We have 4 children, 22, 18, 15, and 9.
Okay. So 2 in the house would be my assumption there.
As you can imagine, there have been ups and downs over 2 decades that we've been together.
Yep.
Over the past year, we've been in therapy to improve our ability to communicate with one another and to navigate how to manage conflict. It has helped in those areas. However, during this process, there have been things that have made me question if I want to remain in this marriage.
Ooh.
Holy shit.
Okay.
That made me nauseous. I couldn't imagine being in a marriage for 20 years, going to therapy, wanting to improve things, and then learning things that make me question on whether or not this is what I want anymore.
I'm willing to bet that before therapy happened, that was already the question.
Yeah. You think therapy just confirmed it?
I think that people go to therapy because there's problems going on, and that's normally their last ditch effort. They know something's not fucking right, and they're trying to solve it, and they're trying to get an outside source. Therapy, people don't go to therapy just go to therapy. You know what I mean? Like it's just not a thing, especially with the cost of it. If therapy was free, if it was readily available to fucking everyone for free, I'm willing to bet more people would take advantage of therapy.
Yeah.
But because it's not, and it's expensive, and it's time consuming, people don't fuck with it.
Yeah.
It's you are having to make your mental health a priority. You're cutting things out of your life to be able to afford that for a lot of people.
For the entire marriage, I have been the main breadwinner, working my way from an entry-level position in the corporate world to a multiple 6-figure earning career. I have been a hard worker my entire life. Providing an amazing life for my family has always been a top priority for me. Providing has been a priority for my husband as well, but he hasn't been able to manifest the same level of success that I have. Even though he doesn't say it, I know this has bothered him. I have been humble, but I wish he would express pride rather than disdain. I mean, I would want that too. In addition to managing a demanding career, I have also assumed the traditional role of mother and managed the children's needs and taken care of the house. Probably taking on more responsibilities than I should have, and have been working on communicating honestly and openly what I need rather than taking it all on. I'm glad that both of those things were acknowledged.
Right. Same.
That you have taken on more than you can handle, which is something a lot of women avoid taking accountability on.
Right.
And then saying that you are becoming more open to communicating honestly about what you need rather than just assuming all of it and being spiteful. And I just read that. In January, we had a really impactful argument about my need to feel appreciated. I hate that all of those words were formulated in that sentence. We had a really impactful argument. So impactful means it left an impression. And an argument is an argument. That means that there were 2 sides that were trying to be defended. And that impactful argument was about the wife's need to feel appreciated.
Right.
At the time, he didn't believe he needed to express his appreciation, that I should just know it. In that moment, I felt hurt, devalued, and angry.
You want to talk about a weakness? When somebody tells you, I wish you just appreciated me more, I can understand the need to defend yourself, to let you know. Like, I really do appreciate you. I'm sorry that you feel that way. And then start listing off ways that you appreciate them to validate them in the moment.
Or give examples of expressing appreciation.
Right. Or even how you express it.
Yeah.
But to argue that and to say something like, you should fucking know better, or why not just simply go, I will try to make more of an effort to thank you for things, or to let you know that all of the work that you're doing as a mom, or
I didn't know I was making you feel this way.
Right. Like, why in the fuck do you want to argue over something that you can literally remedy with words? Is it
literally
that hard?
Just words.
Is it that hard? It's not like you're asking me to go dig ditches.
And it's words to show gratitude to your woman.
Right.
Something you should want to do anyway.
I don't get that shit. I really don't get that shit. That gratitude shit goes a long way. We talk about it in the podcast all the time. It's really not hard to just go, hey, thanks. I really appreciate you making the bed. I fucking love that you make dinner every night. Thanks for going to the store for me. Like, thanks. Thank you.
Yeah.
What the fuck happened? This is why parents need to fucking do a better job with their kids. You teach basic manners and people will never feel that way.
Yeah.
Even if it's habitual. A habitual thank you will make you not feel that way. Oh, man.
I also realize that I can't remain committed to a relationship where my partner doesn't see my value.
I fucking feel that.
Yeah. That is a very hard thing to realize. It is also a very validating thing to realize.
Yeah, there's power in that statement.
There is.
It speaks on a whole lot of self-worth. Like, damn.
Yeah.
Damn. Yeah. I respect that shit.
Even if I didn't make any money for the family, I have value and worth.
But you are making money for the family. More than he is.
Right.
And you're doing the mom thing.
Since then, I have been seriously considering divorce, and I have discussed this with him. Our initial conversation about divorce, he has stated he wants to change, be more appreciative, and emotionally engaged with the family. He has been true to his word, and for the past 2 months, I have seen him working hard on his business, being more engaged with his kids, and really putting effort into our relationship.
Okay, so he's trying.
I've been feeling incredibly guilty that I don't feel any different than I did when we had the first conversation about divorce. Even seeing these changes, I don't know that this marriage is right for me anymore.
That negativity bias is there.
It really is. I would give it 6 months.
Yeah, I would too.
You know, the first 2 months you could be feeling it's taking me telling you I want to leave for you to change. All of a sudden you're changing.
Right.
You have to get out of that. I'm not saying you have to get out of that. I'm going to rephrase that. That was not the way to phrase that. You have to get past the negativity bias to actually appreciate the changes and then decide
Right.
if this is something that is still just something you can't get over.
Right. Your attitude towards the situation is going to dictate your perception of it. So
Correct.
Look at it as a positive. Give it 6 months. Be grateful. Be grateful to him for being grateful to you. Like,
Right.
Work on that engaging of intimacy. I guarantee you that if you just decide to bounce, you're going to regret it. You're going to look back and be like, damn, did I really give him a fair shot? Like,
Right.
20 years is a long fucking time to just walk away from it. You're going to therapy. You obviously wanted it to work. Give it 6 months. Don't just fucking call it.
Right.
View it with a positive attitude. See if it changes the way you perceive the situation. Make sure he stays on top of it. I would be wary of walking away that easily.
I agree.
Or early. Early, I guess, is probably better.
And I bet she's still thinking about, well, you should just know I appreciate you. And all the hurtful things that he said in those moments, even though now he's actively working on it, I bet you're still playing those words in your mind every day.
Yeah, I agree with that too.
A part of me doesn't know if these changes are genuine or just a last-ditch effort to keep me in the relationship. I am concerned that he will go back to old patterns of behavior.
If it is a last-ditch effort to keep you in the relationship and he's making the changes, shouldn't that be enough?
It really should be.
Even if he doesn't want to change, he's doing it. As long as he continues that, the why doesn't fucking matter. The change is happening.
He's doing it for you.
Right. Actions. Show me.
I think if the changes weren't genuine, they would have ended after 2 weeks.
Yeah, I agree. Or there'd have been another conflict.
Yeah.
Yep.
Do I owe him the opportunity to change?
You owe it to yourself.
Yeah, I would say you owe it to yourself. Or how long should I wait to see the changes before I fully dive in emotionally again?
You should dive in emotionally, period.
I was about to say, you should already be emotionally invested in the changes he's doing. If he sees that what he is doing is working and you are genuinely excited about the change, he is more apt to continue to change.
Yep.
If he sees that he's doing all of this and you're still,
Fuck you.
I don't know if
bother?
I want this, then why am I doing
Right.
this?
That's exactly what will happen.
Yeah.
My efforts are for not. Why continue?
Right. After 20 years, he said he feels like we would be throwing everything away. While we have this history, I am feeling like that doesn't matter.
Hold on. I actually agree with that statement on her end. Sometimes you have to close the book
Right.
and pick up a new one. I fucking get that. I also think that you are married and you have 20 years and you need to be fucking sure before you close that book.
Once you close it, you can't open it
Right.
again.
Right. And you are doing yourself a disservice by not being emotionally invested in his change. If you leave, it's going to hurt. It's not going to hurt more or less if you get invested right now.
Right.
I don't know. I feel like she's fucking up by not riding that roller coaster with him until the decision's made.
I agree. I struggle between wanting to not be his wife anymore and the commitment I made when we got married and had children. I have given so much to this relationship and just feel empty. This got really long. Thank you for sharing so much of yourselves with the world. Your message is helping people, myself included. One day, I hope to have a relationship similar to yours.
That's a choice.
That is a choice.
This is a choice.
You could have that relationship now with the man that you are already married to, who you have 20 years with, who you've built a family with. Why put all of this work into who you are and hoping to find another relationship where you can have this? I'm going to be honest, the dating world is not it right now. The likelihood of you finding what you are striving to have is very slim. So why not take the chances with the marriage you already have with somebody who is actively working on changing things to make you happy? That's the place to start.
Yeah, and you have work to do.
Yeah.
It's not just on him. So if you have work to do and he's doing the work on him, do the work on you now, because in the event that you do leave, it would be better to have that leg up and be better than you were before better than you are currently. I don't envy this situation. And I don't envy the situation because it's very familiar. I don't know how long you have been in the mind state that you are in, but you know if you're done.
Yeah.
You do. Being in that done situation and trying to get somebody to change and trying to get them to show you, and like, it's very hard to go, but yeah, I really am just done. You know what I mean? Like, you are in limbo right now. I truly believe that you need to give it the 6 months, invest everything emotionally that you can into this man and see if it's worth saving before just leaving. If he's making the changes and he knows you're on the way out the door, he's trying to save the marriage. He doesn't want to throw away the 20 years. He's trying to be a better man. He knows he fucked up. Is it too little too late? It could be. For you, it very well could be.
And that's something that he's going to have to accept.
Right.
If it's too little too late for you, he's had
20 years.
20 years to make things right. And sometimes waiting till the last minute's not good enough.
Right. But if you've got 20 years, what's 6 more months?
Right. I would still definitely wait the 6 months. But at the end of that 6 months, if you're still not feeling it, he's going to have to understand, like, you waited too long. You waited too long. You put me as a non-priority for far too long. It's just the damage is done. I acknowledge the trying, like we both put in effort. Too little, too late.
Yeah, I don't know. I believe that people can fall back in love.
I agree.
It's a choice. Being in love is a choice.
Yeah. It's also being willing to look past all of the things that have happened.
Well, it's history. You're going to have that.
Right.
You're going to have that with anyone.
Right.
And you know this person. You know the ins and outs of them. You know their flaws. They know yours. They know how to push your buttons, which is why the fights are so impactful. Why would you want to give that up just to try to start over with somebody and have to rebuild a whole new history? Like, do fucking try. And if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. But you'll know I gave it everything. And in the end, it just didn't work. At that point, you know, like, I fucking tried.
And that's okay only after you've tried.
Right.
Hey guys, if you enjoyed that, found it entertaining, funny, or even learned something you didn't know before, share it. And if you're not subscribed, why aren't you? And for those of you who want to support us, get access to exclusive content and live streams, we do have a Patreon. All the links are in the description.